Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Tsareena. Tsareena is a very cool Pokemon, base 120 attack, which is absolutely huge, and pretty good defenses at base 98 in both, and 72 base HP. Now, this is an update from the Isle of Armor, so if you do want to check out a few more sets that were made prior to the Isle of Armor, there will be a card up in the corner now. Obviously, I recommend you watch the majority of this video, if not all of this video, before going and checking that out. But that is something that you can go and check out after. As well, whilst I'm making some announcements, please can you make sure to go down and like this video and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel and it just really helps me out and makes me feel a lot better. So, let's jump in. We've got two generic sets in the Dynomax set. First set is a Citrus Berry set, and I put Citrus Berry on here. You could put things like Red Card, you could put any kind of berry on here, I suppose. I could even put Weakness Policy or something on here, but I mostly put this on here because Citrus Berry is easy to burn. It gives you 25% of your health back, which can be very helpful, and also allows for the acrobatics to activate, allowing for you to double in your speed. Not doubling your speed. I don't know why that came from. Double in attack power on a flying type move, and that can hit a variety of different Pokemon like bug types, which are super effective against you. You can hit grass types, super effective damage. Fighting types are super effective damage as well, so it hits a few different Pokemon. Obviously with that double power is very nice. We've got high jump kick, powerful fighter type attack. It hits a variety of Pokemon, including things like steel types, which you couldn't hit with your grass type attacks, or any of your other attacks on this set actually. It also hits things like rock types and dark types as well, so you can get a lot of coverage on that, even normal types. But do beware, high jump kick does have a 50% health drawback if you do miss, so do be very cautious. If you want to use high jump kick, it isn't a huge chance to miss, but it's still a chance nonetheless. Third move we've got is Power Whip. Now there's a strong stab grass type attack. It has slightly low accuracy at 85% accuracy. So Power Whip can work very nicely. It's a very powerful move, but it does have the drawback of the accuracy. If you want to put like a scope lens on here, no, not scope lens, a wide lens on here, to increase up your accuracy, then that's definitely possible. Obviously at that point you'd have to take off acrobatics and go for something different, maybe like knockoff, or endeavour, or facade. Just having a look at what physical moves there are. Triple axle is even an option, or Zen headbutt. But yeah, if you go for the wide lens on there for the accuracy on those two moves, that's definitely understandable. And finally we've got U-turn. Now U-turn allows you just to pivot out of there. Typically you're in a good position for speed-wise, so you can do U-turns in the scenario of taking damage, switching out, and then going into a different Pokemon, or you can scout out what the opponent's going to do, whether they're going to switch out, then U-turn, get into a different Pokemon to try and get that upper hand, so that can be handy, as well as breaking things like sashes and just doing general damage. Now, ability-wise, Tsareena doesn't really have the best abilities in the world. If Sunny Day is active, this Pokemon can't be statused, and rest will fail for it, so this can be effective for things like Pokemon that like to burn you, so for example Will-O-Wisps users. We've got Leaf Guard there as a benefit. Queen's Majesty, it works more in a double set, so there's not really anything that's really suitable for in this case. And then Sweet Veil is just basically a bad version of Leaf Guard. It does have the allies again, but this is in singles, so Leaf Guard in this case is going to be the best scenario, best case scenario, I think. Can't think. Okay, there we go. EVs, max HP, max attack, and Adamant Nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Now, as this has quite natural bulk to it, having that max HP, max attack means you should hopefully live a couple of hits. If you want to go for like more of a sweeping set, you could go for max attack and max speed with the Adamant or Jolly Nature. I'd probably recommend Jolly just to outspeed a few more Pokemon. I think you'll then outspeed base 100 Pokemon that aren't speed invested. So that should be quite nice for you. Moving on to our second set, we have a bit more of a support set here. So I've gone for Leftovers and then Leaf Guard again, so you can't get status when the Sunny Day is active. We've got Aromatherapy, that means you can heal up all the status conditions on your team. Now obviously if you've got a Guts Pokemon, do be cautious, because you'll have to then get them in and get them burnt again. So having that Aromatherapy and Guts, not the best combination, but typically Aromatherapy can work very nice to heal up the status Pokemon on your team. We've then got Knockoff. Now, Knockoff is really good at getting rid of any items. Now, Pokemon become a lot less scary without their items, which can be very nice for you. You've got Rapid Spin to get rid of any hazards that have been set up. It also allows you to increase your speed, so you could actually go for like a sweeping set with Rapid Spin and then maybe Life Orb and then maybe go for a few of the attacking moves. That is an option for you to go for. I just didn't want to double up on the sets with Rapid Spin in them, but that's definitely an option, especially with Rapid Spin having a buff in Generation 8. And then we've got Seed Bomb as just your generic strong stab grass type move that just hits different Pokemon. EV's gone for max HP and max special defense with a careful nature, so more special defense, less special attack, and 4 EVs on attack, just boosting that boosting 3 of your moves ever so slightly. You could always go for max defense and max HP on here if you wanted to, and possibly the Rocky Helmet. That's entirely up to you what you decide to go for. I wouldn't recommend going for the max HP, max speed, just because your speed isn't as amazing. I'd recommend going for that investment in your defense to allow you to live some more hits. Now, finally, moving on to the Dynomax version of Tsareena, I have gone for the terrain extender here. You can always go for things like, I cannot think off the top of my head. You can always go for things like Red Card, you can go for a Life Orb, potentially even go for like Choice Band or something. That's entirely up to you what you go for. Now, I've gone for Sweet Veil as the ability on here, just to show off a different ability. We've got Grassy Glide. Now, when you Dynamax, the Grassy Glide will turn to max overgrowth, allowing for the grassy terrain to be set up. Now, that will allow for your Grassy Glide to be a +1 in priority. Now, +1 in priority can be very effective, especially with your relatively low speed. And the terrain extender can extend that from 5 turns to 8 turns. When you're Dynomax, you can also use High Jump Kick as Max Knuckle to increase up your attack stat. Obviously, that will go very well in the Grassy Glide being +1. If you can get maybe +2 in your attack, double your attack to well over 700, like 744 or something like that. That Grassy Glide +1, boosted by Stab, will do a lot more damage. Then we've got Play Rough, just as a strong fairy type move for a bit more coverage. You can set up the Misty Terrain if you need to, and obviously that will have the benefit of not being able to hit by priority moves, so that could work nicely for you. And finally, you have Triple Axle. Now, I thought we'll go for the potential to set up Hail. Now, Hail can obviously do a lot for things like Slush Rush users or Snowcloak users. So you can have that in your team and maybe build it around this. So that's an idea. You could also, again, go for Acrobatics if you wanted to increase up your speed. So maybe you're having that little bit more extra speed on there, not having to worry so much about the priority. EV's gone for max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, so more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. Obviously, if you're going with Acrobatics, go for the max attack, max speed scenario, probably with a jolly nature. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here. It's been a good one, and I'll see you soon.